Ron, can you hear me?
Yeah, first time.
Okay, great. I don't know why my camera's not on.
Just turn my camera off.
And why isn't...
Hey,
Good morning, we're not AI!
what's your Wi-Fi password?
What's my Wi-Fi password?
Uh, I assume you're the push the button, Max.
Oh my gosh. This is great. I love it so much. Okay, so stop sharing screen. Oh my gosh. Where's my camera? I had a camera a
You
minute.
turn them all off.
Yeah, well, it's not accepting my regular camera. It's trying to do the dumb camera. Yes, good. I'm glad you can hear me. Thank you, Weedham boys. I knew you'd be here this morning.
I saw the door thing on. Oh crap, my guy's here half an hour early.
Oh no, I just I don't want to lock myself out. I'm not sure if I should sit on the back porch or the front porch.
Oh, I'm trying to turn my camera on. It's right here. It's on. It was on a minute ago. There. Hello. Oh my gosh. I'm sweating. This is crazy. Okay. So Weedham boys can hear us. I can hear Ron. I can see myself.
I can hear you.
I think we got a show. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. All right. Well, we played the intro and we talked over it. Let me go back and see if we can get the intro to play with some sound, because not that we need to go back to the intro, but at this point now I'm just trying to see if I've got sound. So for our videos. So hold on just a second here.
Checking. I think it's going to work. Connected. Woo. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm doing a little podcast with Taylor this morning.
Oh, you're on it this morning?
Yeah.
Are you always
Here we go.
Yeah. Pretty much. You probably don't see my face, but I'm usually producing.
No sound. No sound.
All right. Thank you.
I don't know why I don't have sound on the video.
Yeah, I'll be
All right. Cool.
We could see you were doing this live.
There's a button on Rumble Studio that has like a little audio symbol. Click on that and it'll have all your volume controls.
Okay. All right, I see it. It's got audio.
Yeah, that's all.
What it is. All right. We're done with that.
All right.
Oh, that was convenient.
There you go. Presentation.
It would do that. Huh?
Presentation mode.
Presentation mode?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I got to figure out. I got to figure out why there was no sound when I played the video. Any suggestions? Anybody out there at Rumble Studio Wizard? Because I don't know, man. I need my producer in studio.
Sorry.
That's the thing. I don't know why. There's a thing on here that's like allowing it to make sound. Guys, I apologize for this taking what it takes here. For some reason, it's acting different than it did yesterday. Because that is one of the great things about Rumble, is they're always changing. They're trying to keep us on our toes. Like, I, for the life of me, can't figure out why I'm not getting the sound. This is very annoying. Okay, so Harry Enton. Let's see if let's maybe this one will play. Maybe this one. We'll see. Why is it being so weird?
I know.
Producers on vacay. Yes, exactly. Where is the sound? Do you know how maddening this is?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, of course you do. Where's the playthrough? Why am I not getting playthrough? Okay, I think I have one idea here. So I apologize, you guys. Yes, we're doing this all live. You'd think that we could get this all figured out beforehand, but you have to realize I don't get home from work and all the stuff I'm doing and done like shutting down till 11 p.m. every night. And then I get a couple hours of sleep. I'm up. This morning I had to take the motorcycle because anyways. So, got to get the chaps on because it's cold in the morning because we live in the Northwest and it doesn't actually heat up here until about 3 p.m. And, and so everything's just taking longer. I know what the problem is here. The question is, can I find the spot where I can fix it? The problem is I need the computer to recognize the outbound audio setting on this computer that I'm working on. However, it's an unfamiliar computer.
You were using yesterday?
What? Yeah, it's the one I was using yesterday, and I remember having to kind of do this, but I did it early on because sound was the first thing I tested. Today, I just made an assumption that it would work. And as you can see, I'm the idiot. Okay. Output devices. See, this is the problem. I'm trying to play the audio back to the microphone. So now if I do this right here, I can do this, and we can find out about how excited everybody is about Donald Trump, even after he's gone through this whole Epstein debacle. Now, I don't know why I muted my camera because I clicked the wrong button. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. You guys, we're peasants, right? I mean, this is what it is. There's a whole bunch of you guys watching me fumble around here, and it's so exciting for me. If you know anything about me, you'll know that I'm just not down being like completely unprepared here. Okay, whatever. Now it's not even the right screen. I'm getting infinite screens. Jeez. Oh, I almost feel bad for our audience, but I don't really feel bad for anybody. Okay.
Oh my god.
This is crazy.
So noob.
Oh, this is crazy. Why? I want to jump out of my skin right now. Okay,
just take a deep breath, Taylor. Deep breath.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Just let it play while you try to figure out the audio. Just let it play.
Okay. Why? I thought I had it. I feel like sometimes it asks you when you're doing this. I'll see it's doing it again. Why? Okay. So I'm coming out of here. Now I got to trace wires. I got to make sure wires are even plugged in the right spot. Coming out. Here we go. Okay, that might be my problem. Okay, so let's try this.
Gotta patch that dongle.
Is that playing? No, still not playing.
No.
Yeah, I got. No, that's.
Right there.
All right. I heard it on my end.
I heard it for a second too.
Okay. We're still on. Audio's going in the right spot. Okay. This is how the sausage is made, guys. It's kind of like politics. It's kind of ugly behind the scenes, but, eventually things get figured out. Okay, so then let me do this. Yeah, so when it plays, but it has to play in its little app. It says Okay, so yesterday when I did this, it would show me all the tabs I had open. It wouldn't direct me to the screen. So this is why I think this might have something to do with it. Okay.
Look at your personal volume control on Rumble. You
My
might
volume,
have,
everything's maxed out.
I know, but you might have a different microphone selection option.
It doesn't.
Okay.
I think it has to do with the feed of what's playing feeding into Rumble. So my computer will play the sound, but that's not what we want. We want Rumble to pick up the screen. So Rumble's got to capture the audio when I do screen share. And every other time there's a little button I put that does it. But right here, I'll just show you what I'm looking at here because it's freaking ridiculous. I may as well just show you. So here, let's see. I'm like wigging out right now. Every time it's asking me, allow notifications. Okay, so right here, when I go share screen, okay, and it stops sharing screen, I can't even show you. It says select window or screen. Problem is, yesterday, it already had it selected. So let me try something here. Let's try one other way. This could possibly be my problem. Oh my gosh, I know the problem. Okay. All right. I'll be back. You guys stay here. Ron, you got to hold the show down for a minute. Okay. So find some fun story that you can tell and give me a second. I know what the problem is. I've got a Firefox browser open, which is what I've in the studio that will not do audio, and I have everything else in Brave. And so I've got two separate browsers, and that's why Rumble will not allow it to talk to each other. I have to be in the same browser. So I got to
And I
log
have my
out.
microphone turned off because they got the garbage truck going by.
Okay. I got to leave. I got to log back in over there. Actually, I might be able to watch this. I'm going to do some crazy simultaneous thing here. Somehow I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure this out. I really appreciate everybody sticking around, all 6 of you that are watching us go through this painfully. Oh, I'm telling you, there was so much news yesterday with Epstein that we've got to get into it. It's worth getting into. How in the world here? Okay, so okay, so now I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna have to type out the whole address. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna be peasant 2. Got a million places to look here. I really thought I had this thing nailed. I thought after yesterday, I was like, okay, we'll get it figured out. It's going to be smooth. I'll get the intro. And here we are. All right, I got to leave this stream.
It's got cocky.
No, that's good. Yeah, it was really
Ah.
our last all until the last day our flight got canceled.
You disappeared. Oh, he's back. Okay.
I'm back.
All right. Guess what, guys? I figured it out. Now we've got it. So we're going to hear.
Roll video.
I can't believe it took this long. This is so
Hi,
bad.
baby.
Okay. Now we're going to hear.
Hi, baby.
Where's the one I want?
Oh, you probably closed it. Oh, I got a dog friend coming to visit.
A dog friend.
It's neighborhood dog.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's cute. Is that like a Labradoodle?
I have no idea. First time I've ever seen it.
That's pretty good. All right, guys. This is Henry Hinton over on CNN. And of course, he's our favorite pollster. Okay, my audio. I am like getting audio from not the right microphone. How's this? That's better. Oh my goodness, that's so much better. Okay, so this is Harry Hinton. We've had this huge drama between Trump and Epstein. And let me do a little recap. Way back when Elon Musk, excuse me, Elon Musk left the Doge, right, stopped being a special government employee, he headed out in a blaze of glory. The reasons Trump's not releasing the Epstein files is he's on the list. You remember this? Trump's a pedo and he does the whole thing. Really divides the base. And what you see happen is something that I called at the time. If you remember, Elon Musk originally endorsed Ron DeSantis, did the big launch with Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis has a lot of influencers that are under his umbrella. Okay, quite a few of them. And this Epstein thing has basically kind of divided the MAGA base. And there's been loud calls for release things, release things, release things. And I said earlier on, I think this is a pincer move. I think what you've got is you're moving the Overton window to the far right by getting everybody to kind of pick a side, because with Trump, it's always binary. It's with Trump against Trump. So if Elon's with Trump, everybody's against Elon. Elon splits from Trump. That gives free license to people who are anti-Trump to maybe take a look at America First policies and reducing the national debt, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So this is, but now, and then of course, in the last week, they've kind of flubbered this Epstein thing, right? Phase 1 rollout, binders, public information stuff we already knew. Next thing you know, we're moving along, and now we can't release things. Oh, it's just a big hoax, right? And all these people are upset. Well, yesterday, the Wall Street Journal. Did you hear about this, Ron? Am I breaking?
No.
Oh my goodness! Yesterday, the Wall Street Journal broke a big report that Donald Trump sent a birthday card to Jeffrey Epstein in 2003, where he hand sketched a stick figure naked woman and then wrote a little poem thingy inside of it, and and then signed his name where the pubic hair would be. Okay.
Okay.
So this got leaked to the Washington Post, and they published this big, or I said Washington Post, Wall Street Journal. Is that right? Yeah, Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal. So it got leaked to the Wall Street Journal, and they ran this story. Of course, Donald Trump was like, it's a fake story. So we'll talk about that story in a second here, but let's play what Harry Hinton is saying after all this Epstein stuff. And if you go on X, it sounds like everything's Epstein, but it's not quite.
I mean, look, I think this one surprised me a bit because of all these complaints online going after Trump and the Epstein files. You might think his approval ratings were going down, Republicans. If anything, they're going up. Republicans who approve of Trump, look at our CNN poll. The prior one, 86%. The one out this week, 88% were Republicans. How about Quinnipiac? The prior poll, 87% approve of Republicans. This week out, 90% with Republicans. If anything, Donald Trump's approval rating has gone up since this whole Epstein saga started. He is at the apex or close there too in terms of his popularity with Republican voters, Epstein files, complaints or not.
You just proved that not everything online is real
Yes,
in real life.
Who knew?
Amazing.
Twitter and X are not reality.
Is there any reason that you can find that this hasn't taken hold and hurt him?
Yeah. I mean, on X, all you hear about is the Epstein files. But how about out in the real public? Republicans who said the top issue was Epstein case. The answer is one, and not 1%. One respondent. This is a great little finding that Ariel Edwards-Levy, who of course is part of our polling unit, found. Just one single Republican said that the nation's top problem is in fact the Epstein case. Not much of a surprise that therefore Donald Trump's approval rating has not suffered with Republicans because of the Epstein case. Because the bottom line is most Americans say it's not high up on their priority list.
So it's not high on the priority list. I thought that was funny. One respondent. One.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. So here's what the story is right here. It's Wall Street Journal ran this story. Jeffrey Epstein's friends sent him body letters for a 50th birthday album. Okay, so you go down here, and the letter includes "Happy birthday, and may every day be a wonderful secret." They think Donald Trump wrote this. "I never wrote a picture in my life," Trump said. "I don't draw pictures of women," he said. "It's not my language. It's not my words." So this is a little poem he wrote. The voice. So this is some. It isn't clear the
Put it on
letter.
our presentation mode.
Oh, I'm not. I am sharing. What am I sharing?
I don't know, but nobody's seeing it.
Okay, thank you. See, this is why even remotely the producer can help. I am in presentation mode. Okay.
I'm not seeing it, at least.
What about now?
No, just I'm seeing you and me split.
I'm seeing it.
Okay. Well, roll then.
It's probably because you're on your phone.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the headline. Jeffrey Epstein's friend sent him his body letters for a 50th birthday album. One was from Donald Trump. So allegedly Epstein had all these birthday letters like bound in a book. Okay. So then it comes down here. It isn't clear how the letter with Trump's signature was prepared. Inside the outline of the naked woman was a typewritten note styled as an imaginary conversation between Trump and Epstein, written in the third person. Voiceover: "There must be more to life than having everything," the note began. Now keep in mind, you have to ask yourself if you could possibly see Donald Trump writing this. Donald: "Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is." Jeffrey: "Nor will I, since I know what it is." Donald: "We have certain things in common, Jeffrey." Jeffrey: "Yes, we do, come to think of it." Donald: "Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that?" Jeffrey: "As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you." Trump: "A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." Ron, what's your impression of that? Do you think Donald Trump wrote that?
I don't think anybody wrote that.
Yeah, exactly. So people have gone into Grok and ChatGPT, and they've asked if anywhere ever in Donald Trump's written language or spoken language has he ever used the word enigma. And the answer is 0 times. So this right here, if you remember Donald Trump a couple days ago, posted on Truth Social where he was like, this is a hoax. It's perpetuated by the same people who perpetuated the Russiagate hoax. Well, here you go, guys. Here's the premise of the Russiagate hoax. There's a rumor. There's a rumor Trump might be a Russian asset. He might be a Russian agent. And then next thing you know, guess what? Yahoo News came out with a story, and they're like, "Oh, hey, we have a whistleblower from Russia that says that Trump was peeing on hookers. Oh, look, we have another thing saying Trump is getting secret messages from whatever Alta Bank or whatever it was.
Yeah,
at
he has such
his
a
tower."
deep cover that he's built himself all the way up to the presidency of the United States.
Yes. And so they were running with this whole idea that, right, like Trump is this secret agent, and then they were dripping it out into the media on this secret dossier. Brennan said, "In the corpus, a mosaic of information," right? All these totally false, totally fake. Everything was fake. A Huffington Post reporter trying to get a scoop. They'd been all given that Steele dossier with all the dirty information. And the idea was they were supposed to drip stories out of it. An anonymous source story, I've seen a couple things, and this was supposed to go on for years. Instead, Huffington Post, so excited, hit publish all. And in its entirety, you could look through it and you were like, this is just a bunch of ridiculous, like there's nothing even real, anything here. It's just a bunch of nonsense. Turns out it was Doroshenko and a bunch of people had met in a bar, and they knew they were cooking up a scandal. So it was really just, what are some things we can paint on Trump?
It's like field notes.
Put the burden on him to prove he's innocent, which you can't prove you're innocent, like at all. You know what I mean? You just are. So he's like, "I didn't do that." Well, how can you prove that you didn't do it? You're going through there. It's crazy. There's no way to win. So Trump was warning all of us followers, right? He's like, "Hey, stop looking at this. This is a hoax. This is a hoax. This is a hoax." If you remember a couple days ago, we played a video of Donald Trump on Fox and Friends where they were asking him what he would be releasing. Do you remember this?
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, look at this video clip here." He says, "The Epstein files, not so much, but I will release them." Remember that? So it turns out there's a little bit more to that story. Do you remember how CBS edited Kamala Harris's answer?
Yeah.
Well, apparently Fox News also edited that answer because in real time during the campaign when that aired, they cut that part out. They cut it out. So all he said was, "I'll release everything," right? They made it sound like he was going to release everything.
Oh.
the more limited, hey, there's good people, it's a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of fluff in there. That's what he said. And so if Donald Trump's is saying this a hoax, Fox News with the Murdochs already started this idea that Trump would release everything. Release everything. They're the ones who kind of started that. And they do plan on releasing it. Huh?
That's pretty smart for an adversarial class to do something like that.
Well, everybody thinks things are real time. No, these people are planned out. The Democrats already know what narrative they want to accomplish in 2026, 2027. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a long time to change the Overton window in the zeitgeist. So they plan this stuff out. So Fox News didn't want Donald Trump to cage his answer and say, oh, I'm not going to release everything, only pertinent information. They didn't want that. They just wanted, release everything. They wanted that to be the promise, release everything. So then fast forward, Wall Street Journal, which is, by the way, owned by the Murdochs, Fox News, Wall Street Journal, same company, right? Same parent company. They published this hit piece. Donald Trump warned him not to do it. So then Donald Trump yesterday was like, I'm going to have to sue your ass off. Okay. So Donald Trump said this: based on the ridiculous amount of Epstein publicity, you guys are going to want to see the screen, I think. Got to find the right one. Okay. So Donald Trump said, this is what I woke up to yesterday, or when I finally got online at like 8:00 at night. President Trump, we are ready to move the court tomorrow to unseal the grand jury transcripts. That's from Pam Bondi. So Pam Bondi, right? I've got everything on my desk. She's going to go into court today and she's going to move to unseal the grand jury transcripts. Based on the ridiculous amount of publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein, I've asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval. This scam perpetrated by the Democrats should end right now. So that's what he posted yesterday. And then you had some other things that all happened simultaneously. Now, remember, I proposed that this was a pincer move, okay, that this was all planned out. I don't know about it's always hard to be like how planned out things are, but I proposed that this was basically a pincer move. So then Anna Paulina Luna posted this. She says, while others were busy stabbing President Trump in the back, we were working overtime behind the scenes in the Oval Office. This photo was taken earlier today, and no, it's not a coincidence. This is 4D chess, not checkers. Welcome to the big leagues. Enjoy phase 2. Remember, phase 1 was the introduction of the binders, right, to the influencers in the White House. And by the way, most of those influencers are people that were tied to the DeSantis organization. So he clowned the DeSantis people, the influencers who endorsed DeSantis, and only after he dropped out, hesitatingly came back to Donald Trump. Not all of them were, but a handful of them were these kind of more DeSantis acolytes. Clowned him. So then it comes here. It says AG Pam Bondi is unsealing grand jury testimony, and there's much more where this came from. This is the most transparent administration in U.S. history. So then let's just keep going along here. So you've got that. Oh, okay, that's not right. Okay, so you've got that, and let me get back into here. Oh. Trump. Now, one of the sad things is Trump isn't really on Twitter. So
he doesn't have time to be anywhere.
Well, you have to go to his let's see. I don't even know. I remember back when I used to record this, we used to pre-record, and these were the moments where you'd hit pause. You'd be like, let me find it. Hold on a second. I was prepping, and as I was prepping, I looked over at the clock, and it was 6:27. And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't even opened Rumble yet. And so that's why things were very rushed. And I just thought it was going to go smooth. Oh my goodness. I hate this so much. I'm so frustrated right now.
So sorry, Taylor. I wish I could do something to save you.
It's okay. Yeah, you need to save my bacon here. Okay. Well, we'll just jump over to this. So in lieu of this whole in lieu of the entire pincer move. Okay, so if you look at this, feds accused. This is Anna Paulina Luna had put this out. She's on this like committee that's wanting the MLK and the JFK documents and all the full disclosure, and Epstein specifically. So in March 14th, so before the fever pitch call for releasing all the Jeffrey Epstein information, before that fever pitch happened, this article ran: feds accused of destroying Epstein evidence put on notice by GOP firebrand. This bill would do harsh penalties for officials who destroy government documents. And then she goes, she says this. She goes, somebody said this. Why wouldn't they tell us the FBI destroyed evidence? Could have saved themselves all of this. Sus. So Natalie F. whatever, I can't even say it. Whatever your name is there, Natalie, your idea was that, okay, well, now you're saying evidence was destroyed. They've been saying evidence was destroyed the whole time, the whole stinking time. So Rep. Luna said, thank you, while others were busy trying to knife President. We already read that. Okay, but she goes, I did check the date. And you put that March 14th. So we already knew. So when Trump was like, hey, this is a hoax, right? This is what he's talking about. They were destroying evidence and also falsifying evidence in there as the hoax. It's Russiagate 2.0 with Epstein being the new meme. Instead of Putin, now it's Epstein. Trump is Epstein's person, right? So it's a complete miss. The other thing is Dan Scavino, for people who really get into the Dan Scavino, he often posts things that Trump, he's posts these things. He posted this for almost 2 weeks of silence. Dan Scavino posted this karma. Okay. Because keep in mind with this pincer move, the question I have, and I've kind of been saying, is like, okay, we're now associating Epstein with Trump, except we should be asking Epstein and Clinton. Like, again, they've taken someone else's sin and they've painted Donald Trump with it. Why are we talking about Trump and Epstein? We know the real issue was Trump and Clinton. Here's the other thing too that is pretty interesting about all this. This all happened yesterday. Okay, so yesterday, I'm not seeing all my. It's just a matter of organization. It's just a matter of organization. If everything was in order on here, I've got too many things. Okay. It just takes me a moment, guys. I really apologize. I just got to make sure everything's in the right spot. Okay. Jeffrey.
It's worth it.
Huh?
It's worth it.
It's worth it. Yep. Okay. So then you've got this. Wired. Jeffrey Epstein Island visitors exposed by data brokers. So this is all happening yesterday. Jeffrey Epstein Island visitors exposed by data broker. A Wired investigation uncovered coordinates collected by a controversial data broker that reveals sensitive information about visitors to the island once owned by Epstein and the notorious sex offender. And so what they did was they found about 200 unique cell phone data, whatever, that were going to and from the island. And that includes the employees, potential victims, friends, everybody. So about 200 people from 2013 to 2016. Anyways, pretty interesting. So it also shows how they got there, where they docked, where they were coming from and stuff like that. Anyways, it's pretty fascinating. Again, like a pincer move. Oh, here we go. This is where it was. Okay, so it's CNN that's actually running this article. I talked about the Fox News. Top oversight Democrat sends letter to Fox News demanding answers on edit to Trump's 2024 Epstein comments. So where Trump was like, well, I'll release some of it, but not so much because, we don't want to ruin people's lives that were just associated. Well, the Democrats are like, why'd you edit that? Which is funny because it works in their favor, the fact that they edit it. But this, again, they're editing things, right? Same thing that CBS had done, 60 Minutes. Okay. So then you've got guys like this. And this is, again, where it's a hoax. When Jamie Raskin and Adam Schiff all of a sudden are interested in Jeffrey Epstein, it's a hoax. They've buried any Clinton stuff and Prince Andrew stuff and things like that. And now it's full of love letters from Trump to Epstein.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, yeah. Okay, so here.
state
The
is what
congressman, you could
happened
have
at
gotten that from 21 to 25 when Democrats controlled the DOJ. Why? It was a crisis then. It's a crisis now. Why didn't Democrats call for it from 21 to 25?
So, I mean, you'd have to go back and look specifically at particular prosecutorial decisions and what was taking place in terms of the other cases. So I don't know. We could try to reconstruct.
You see his face right here? Look at his face. Just look closely at his like smile, like a micro expression.
And what was taking place in terms of the other cases. So I don't know. We could try to reconstruct that record. But the point is that Donald Trump is the one who has led the crusade to say that that Epstein, who was his very close friend, and there's all kinds of pictures of them.
Right there.
Do you see what he just did there? You could tell he's like,
Yeah.
We got our next thing. We got our next thing. It was, anyways. Why weren't you interested in before? Are you telling me 10 years? 10 years they've been chasing Donald Trump. 10 years, all the disruption they've done to all of their plans for 10 years. Are you telling me that only now the Democrats are really interested? Especially the Jamie Raskins of the world? Like, come on. This guy is like a personal persecutor of myself. Okay. If he was so desperate to smear Trump, he was using guys like me to come after him. You telling me that with James Comey and Brennan and all the people that hate Donald Trump at the DOJ, that they wouldn't have released this stuff so much sooner? It really does beg belief. So let's keep working through these. I'm just going to go through these. You know what? I'm not even going to try to make the show flow. We're just going to go through each page because otherwise I spend too much time looking for the right order. I spend quite a bit of time ordering the show and I didn't get to do that today, which is why everything's out of order. This is Chris Cuomo going scorch earth on the Wall Street Journal. Again, it's so funny to me now he's not like in the mainstream and now he's on the little satellite news nation show. He's starting to, these people aren't dumb. I mean, the Cuomos have been in politics forever. It's just now he doesn't benefit him to take a side.
I get that he's pissed off, okay? And he's not wrong. This Wall Street Journal piece is a hack job, okay? And he says he's suing Rupert Murdoch, who he, was his buddy. They have, Fox kind of made Trump, and he's suing the Journal. He's suing everybody. He says he didn't write the birthday letter that they're ascribing to him. To Epstein for his 50th birthday. I mean, it's so stupid, okay? The Epstein story is about abusing kids who didn't have the power or agency to do anything about it, that rich and powerful people may have known it was going on and they got away with it. That's the story, okay? It's not that Trump liked a scumbag, okay? Now, I get that in the media, this is great because it's bad for Trump and he's going crazy and he's going to pump and move the story for the Wall Street Journal right now by saying it's fake and it's wrong. But it doesn't move the needle in the country. It's going to make you some money, Rupert. Great for you, just what you need. But this is why we can't get anywhere. The guy says, I didn't write the letter. The letter is meaningless. You put out the piece anyway, and there's no light on what really matters.
More and more, I love the way they come to like a level of rationality when they're not under the news lights. So again, emphasizing my idea of this being kind of a pincer move. Remember, Elon Musk said Trump is a pedo, right? LOL, big bombshell story from the Wall Street Journal. It's so painfully unbelievable. Even Trump's number one hater, Elon, is calling it out as being hot garbage. Anyone buying this Wall Street Journal probably also thinks Trump's conspired with Russia and that Joe Biden is sharp as a tack. So Elon posted, yeah, the letter sounds bogus. It doesn't really sound like something Trump would say. Okay. Again, it's like that's why I tend to think this is a pincer move or part of it. So then there's this again showing when Elon Musk is like, they won't release the Epstein files because Trump's on it. Well, apparently so is Elon. So phase 2 here, this is what it says. So Pinot Americano goes, at Grok, was Jeffrey Epstein a convicted registered sex offender when Elon Musk visited his New York residence? And Grok came back, yes, Jeffrey Epstein was convicted in 2008 of procuring child for prostitution and soliciting a prostitute, served time and was a registered sex offender upon his 2009 release. Elon Musk's visit to Epstein's New York residence occurred after this. So even Elon, right? So Elon could have said, he could have also potentially said, and I'm in the files too. You see what I'm saying? This is how they can paint and smear anybody they want. And who knows what's doctored about it. And then, of course, there was a release yesterday where that video of Jeffrey Epstein's cell, which wasn't really a cell, it was the cell across the hall, but you could see the stairwell that led up to his cell off in the distance. Turns out it was edited, and it wasn't just 1 minute they took out, and it doesn't stop recording at 11:59 and start recording it again at midnight. That is completely bogus. It actually had 3 minutes taken out of it, and they actually know who logged into the Adobe product that did the editing. And they released like the code looking thing that shows the edits like in the code. I can't read it. It makes no sense to me, but they know what they're looking at. So again, you have doctored evidence. Somebody went up that stairwell. Something happened there. And they also don't show the video where they pull the body out. They release the footage and you think that you're looking at Epstein's door. You're not. That's not his corner of the pod. It's on the other side. I know how the jails are set up, right? Like you're basically looking at one section, and there should have been a camera over in the other corner, but that camera that actually pointed at Jeffrey's door wasn't working. Make sure there's no more. Okay, I wanted to play this. So this was Dan Bongino. Again, the conversation's in the wrong spot. And Dan Bongino, even this whole Dan Bongino going to quit, blah, 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 blah. I question if that's true. Okay, because he's back at work. But this was Dan Bongino. This quite a while ago. He told this story quite a few times, but he's talking about his firsthand source that told him about Clinton and Epstein on the plane.
We have an update on that from the Telegraph. Turns out, headline, evidence from Jeffrey Epstein's safe went missing after an FBI raid. Court hears in Ghislaine Maxwell trial.
So this is old news. Release everything. What's there to release? They didn't even get some of the information. So if the FBI doctored it, imagine the stuff that they didn't get.
Folks, listen, I have over a decade of experience as a federal agent myself. Who cares? Yeah, look at me, experience. I'm just telling you to prove bona fides here. I have processed hundreds, if not thousands of pieces of evidence throughout my law enforcement career. I don't know how you would lose evidence. Let me explain to you how evidence works. You serve a search warrant in Jeffrey Epstein's house, and let's say, for example, you find videotapes or DVDs or whatever it may be.
What happened?
You then take them.
Did I go dark?
No, you're good. Uh-oh. Something did happen. Not sure if I'm still alive or what's happening. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. I have no way of knowing if anybody's seeing or hearing this. Interesting. Uh-oh. Sorry, people. I'm texting Taylor to see if he's restarting or starting a new session. I'm not sure. I'm hearing that the internet died. So he's got no internet. Uh-oh. Could be a problem. Okay, people, I'm sad to report that the internet is out. Taylor just got back with me. He's not going to be able to complete the show, so he wanted me to sign off. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Apologize for all the technical difficulties we're having these days. But stay strong. Stay active out there. Love you.